is George Michalos, and I'm part of business development team in SAP Greece and Malta. Together we have Andreas Stoyanou from Supernova. Good morning, Andreas. Can you hear me?
Yes, good morning, George.
So, digital transformation is very important, is our issue for today. Digital transformation is affecting business of any size and across industry. By implementing innovative business technologies, organizations often must redesign their processes, and in order to become better, but fundamentally different, while using technology to their competitive advantage. What do you think, Andreas? Also, procurement is often the most business fragmented and costly process. And with SAP Ariba, organizations have a new way of running their buying processes. SAP Ariba Snap, implemented by Supernova, will help you stay flexible where it really counts while helping ensure control and compliance between your vendors, contract, and regulations. Of course, buyers and finance organizations. So let's see the agenda for today's presentation. First of all, we're going to discuss the challenges in procurement and how SAP Ariba can help you transform your procurement. After that, we're going to speak about procurement transformation with Ariba Snap. We'll present how we can help you accelerate the implementation. Supernova will talk about that, Mr. Andreas Stoyanou. And of course, to help you transform your organization with SAP Ariba Snap. And after that, we're going to have a Q&A session. I would like to remind you that this session is being recorded, so you will have the opportunity to watch it on demand after the finish of this webinar. And of course, you'll be able to raise your questions during the webinar, and at the end, me and Andreas will have an overview and try to respond as many questions as we can. So let's begin with the challenges that organizations face in purchasing management. So we can see that there are a lot of manual and paper procedures, and very rare there is a consolidated report that exists in regard to the purchasing control. And of course, the financial and budget availability control is very important. And for that, a very important reason is that the information does not exist in one system only. It is decentralized, and that will lead to policy, tax, and regulatory compliance gaps and risks. But also, companies miss the advantage of negotiated prices, discounts, or better supplier options. And of course, that brings more risk and, of course, reduces the productivity. Furthermore, there is no such a vendor management system that is included in the ERP system. I mean, regarding the evaluation, regarding the categorization of every vendor, the segmentation, and of course, in the same time, there is no visibility that exists in purchasing regarding with the budget and the cash flow. So this is very important that suppliers' business practices can negatively impact your brand's reputation and your bottom line. And additionally, there is a lack of visibility into your spend that creates cash flow and working capital management difficulties and make it hard to forecast budget, etc. So this is the challenges, and let's see what are the next steps for the organizations in order to overcome these challenges and how they can reform the purchasing department of an organization. First of all, by adding intelligence and increasing the control, but in the same time, maintaining the simplicity for the final users and the processes. And let's go now to see how this transformation can be executed in 4 steps. And the most important is, first of all, to create a digital collaboration with the suppliers in order to reshape the way of working with them and manage their entire full life cycle, including their valuation. And that, of course, will lead to more efficiency and better information to make business together. Secondly, by integrating and automating the entire process into one system, and more specifically by removing manual steps and ensuring that all the workflows will be smooth and fast. Very important also is the use of intelligent technology in order to improve performance and bring in things like artificial intelligence or machine learning to critical procurement steps and functions in order to make them even easier and more efficient. So by creating a simple, engaging experience user environment for the users in order to help them make the right choices and make them purchase simple at work as they are at home. So moving to the next slide. And of course, everything begins with Ariba Network. Ariba Network is our response, is the biggest network in the world, counting more than 5 million business partners for more than 190 countries. So with Ariba Network, you and your team can find virtually any goods or services through simple buying tools. So you can bring spending under control without increasing the demands on your team. And of course, you can easily share information back and forth with suppliers, I mean, regarding purchase orders, invoices, documents, and all your details will be centralized into one place. And of course, all this will automate the relationships with suppliers in order to drive to more paperless processes, increasing employees' productivity, and of course, profits. But as Ariba Network is the hub, let's see now how this can be the base in order all the business applications to work ideally and enhance the organization's processes end to end. So beginning with the supplier management application and the sourcing, first of all, you can negotiate the best prices and conditions for your business for both indirect and direct materials. So right now, you don't need to separate process for direct procurement. For contract management, you can manage this digitally. You can manage vendor agreements, your category strategy, and run events and auctions. The output will be a contract, and this will be connected directly into the contract management tool and to your sourcing solution. And of course, by using electronic signature, you can increase productivity and keep social distancing measures. Now for procurement, you want people to buy from the contracts and report on it in real time. And that is what operational procurement does. It connects all the dots. All that you have done so far can be leveraged in an operational procurement invoice. So if I have executed all these steps and my buyers are now buying, then payables and invoicing will be much more streamlined. Everything will be digital and there will be less paper and fewer exceptions. And this is the end-to-end story. And let's go now to see the MVP of Ariba Snap solution, which is the consumer-based and friendly user experience environment. And it is well known that by making the entire experience simple for the users, you will increase adoption and that will increase your control. So let's see how now you can move. First of all, you can be up and running with content on day one. In order to create an internal marketplace with product catalogs, your preferred suppliers, and all the contracts and forms you need. Secondly, as I said before, a simple, elegant user experience tailored to your users. And finally, a consumer-like guided buying experience. Direct your employees to the right suppliers, to the right products, and the right prices. Let's go now to see what Ariba Snap looks like. So we are talking about a pure cloud solution that users can run online, a simply to use application that contains preconfigured content in order to help organizations track all the spend categories from office suppliers, advertising, marketing expenses, financial, legal, facilities management in order to do all the maintenance, and of course, the travel management. And this will happen by providing template-based best practices that will include workflows in order to manage with purchase orders and collaboration with suppliers. So you can see the user experience environment. Also, we're going to have to see in the demo. It is easy to find products by exploring the catalogs that suppliers can upload. You have the tools in order to find the products, to compare the products, and finally to choose the best products. Also, you are able to send to send the request for quotation to suppliers in order to receive the best prices and take your product. So what is our proposition for our customers? With our consumer grade experience simple shopping application, we provide access to a marketplace with 15 million SKUs, 15 million different customer catalogs, and 5 million suppliers in day one. So we are offering a huge network in order to find suppliers, to collaborate with them and make business with them. So with the help of our experienced partners, very important, the system will be deployed into 12 weeks with industry best practices and workflows for customers and their suppliers. And of course, it will be preconfigured for all the spend categories, no matter the customer industry. And of course, apart from the benefits for the customers, let's see now the benefits for the suppliers. Why your suppliers to collaborate with them? Why your suppliers to onboard to Ariba Network? By using the Ariba Network suppliers will also be able to enjoy an advanced user experience portal in order to collaborate with Ariba customers, provide visibility for the suppliers' demand. So first of all, customers can send the purchase orders by email or by Ariba Network to the suppliers. Suppliers, after registering to Ariba Network, they can collaborate with customers, exchanging important information with them, such as quantities, delivery dates, sending the advanced ship notification afterwards with the detailed information about the delivery, the carrier, the vehicle license plate, and of course, all the packages that the customer will receive. After that, we have the confirmation from the customer that can be sent via Ariba Network to the supplier in order to notify them that they receive all the delivery. And of course, when it reaches to invoice, the suppliers can send the invoices via Ariba Network automatically. The customer can accept the invoice, can make the electronic payment, and finally send back to the supplier the remittance of payment. And closing with the necessary reporting that the solution can provide for all these different categories. So you have a very detailed spend analysis report in order to see your spend in the different categories. You can export to Excel. And of course, you can have many analytics that count the productivity, the payment terms, and of course, the budget analysis. Very important. So let's conclude with our proposition for customers and what Ariba Snap can offer. First of all, we offer a preconfigured solution with best practices, buying channels in day one. We're talking about a shopping experience that the customers can enter a mobile application in order to make the request and of course the approval, in order to have technical sourcing and awards. Of course, in order to have all the contract management inside the application. Very important is that we give access to a huge catalogs, 15 million SKUs from day one. And of course, the supplier catalog management in order to have all the suppliers management details from the categorization, the evaluation, and the qualification of the suppliers. And of course, the reporting system. And as I said, it is very important to underline that our partner will help you to execute, to implement the solution into 12 weeks. And moving, of course, with the capability to monitor all the suppliers into one platform for the qualification and the reporting system. And as I said before, the backbone of this application will be the Ariba Network in order to provide access to a huge number of suppliers, in order to collaborate with them, from the purchase order status, the good receipt, the invoices, in order to drive to more paperless and more automated processes. Last but not least, the capability to monitor service procurement for the contract creation until the service and receipt and the invoice. And this is our answer on how mid-sized companies can manage the whole source to pay process in order to transform their procurement transformation. So concluded, let's see how Ariba Snap can help customers beginning with the capability to shop and approve from an application, connected them with tons of suppliers ready to make business together, driving to more paperless and digitized processes. And all this will drive to savings, from compliance, saving from process improvement, and of course, savings across all spend categories. Now, let's go to see a demo from our solution, how Ariba Snap looks and feel. So I will share again my screen. Okay, perfect. I hope everyone can see my screen. So we're starting with the preconfigured solution with best practices, so the users can enter the system. This is the user interface of SAP Ariba Snap. You can see that you can select from different categories in order to search products, to compare the products, and make finally the purchase acquisition. So suppose that I would like to have an IT purchasing. As you can see, we have categorized all the products. Suppose that I would like to have a laptop purchasing. I will select this Apple MacBook. I can see the photographs. I can see different details until I add it to the cart. So in this place, we can have a budget availability control in order to check if you have enough budget to your cost center to make this purchase. And of course, I can send the request to the supplier. Let's go now to see how you can ask for quotes from specific suppliers in a tactical sourcing event. So I will create a project. And this is a maintenance project. This is the estimated price. And this is my favorite suppliers for this operation. I can choose the suppliers and request for quotes. So as we can see, I have already sent the quotes to invitate suppliers. And now I can see to my dashboard that the suppliers have responded to this request for quotation. This is the three prices of the suppliers. Of course, I will accept the best price. The estimated price will be 5,000. In regards, quoted price is 4,473. You can see how tactical sourcing can help companies to identify savings and, of course, increase the savings. Okay, and this is the workflow. This is the workflow from the request until the approval. And of course, the approver can enter and approve the request. And this is the process of the tactical sourcing into one organization. So we're talking about a solution that can support all the purchasing, all the buying process in a company, not only the sourcing, not only the contracts, but also the purchasing, from the purchase acquisition until the invoices. So let's go again. I will type in order to find a camera Sony. I will search. So here is the capability. Instead of choosing a catalog from our site, from our website that the suppliers, of course, update, I can use a spot buy catalog functionality in order to search products from the vendor sites. Okay, so it is very easy to search for a camera. I can compare different products, and of course, I can add it to the cart until I send the request for the purchasing department. Okay, let's go now to see the contract and how a contract looks and feels. So this is a contract that contains specific price agreements for catalogs of products. We have the header of the contract. We have the items. And of course, I can see the pricing terms. This is the different terms regarding the different catalogs that I have agreed with the supplier to purchase. So I can see the details for one product. Okay. And this is the approval workflow. Also, apart from that, I can see the purchase orders that exist till now regarding all the purchases for this product, and I can see all the history. So the history will contain also the agreement with the suppliers, the communication with suppliers, the contract agreement. I can see all the history of the contract. And this is very important because it increases the compliance in our organization. Apart from that, as I said before, we have a shopping application that can be executed in mobile devices. And this application is not only for the customers, but can work also for the suppliers. So, of course, I can log into the application and I can customize the look and feel of this application in regards what are the authorizations that I do. So this user, of course, has the authorization to approve specific purchase request. So this is a purchase request for fire extinguishers. I can see the attachments, the delivery instruction for the fire protection. I can see the different history, the change history of this approval. And also I can use the chat in order to communicate with some colleagues. So we're talking about an end-to-end application that can support the purchasing, I mean in the purchasing department, but also in the workflow approval. So let's see how easily I can enter to the shopping application. I can select a specific item and I can add it to the cart and proceed to the checkout. It is very easy. So this is my request for purchasing. I can see the different request screens. This is the price. Maybe we have some attachments. Maybe we have collaboration with other. And of course, I can also be invited to some request as a watcher in order to see all the process. I can see all the collaboration. And let's go to see the approved request from our side. And also let's see the reporting capability that you can have inside the application in your mobile. So you can have specific report dashboards. And this is documents that have extracted from the dashboard, from the reporting tool. So I can use my mobile phone in order to purchasing, the spend analysis of the purchasing per department, per cost center. I have the analysis in my mobile device, and this is very important. Okay. Now let's move. Okay. Very important is now to see what the supplier portal looks and feel. So if one supplier collaborates with us and enters in the Ariba network, he will have the chance to be invited into collaborate into a specific purchase order. After receiving the purchase order, the supplier can sign up to Ariba network. They can fill specific details. They can register to Ariba network, and of course they can confirm that they can deliver the specific purchase order. And of course, a very important functionality is that we provide very important insights for the supplier also regarding the purchase order volume, the purchase order that must satisfy. So the supplier can have an inbox functionality in order to see all the purchase order that must be filled, a very useful report, but also about all the invoices that will have already been sent to the customers, the purchase orders that have received and confirmed. So we are providing a very important tool to the supplier to support their business. Okay, the outbox. And the supplier receives a purchase order, creates a confirmation, creates a shipping notification in order to notify the customer for the carrier name, the tracking ID, the tracking date all the packets, I mean in regards to weights, dimensions, etc. And finally, the supplier can send a invoice to the customer in order to be received and approved, and the customer to be able to meet all the functionalities. So this is regarding the look and feel of Ariba. Thank you very much. I would like to give the floor to Mr. Andreas. Stage is yours.
Well, thank you, George. My name is Andreas Stylianou, and I am the Supply Chain and Customer Experience Leader at Supernova Consulting. As said, digital transformation is affecting businesses of any size and across industries. By implementing innovative business technologies, organizations often must redesign their processes to become being not just better, but fundamentally different while using technology to their competitive advantage. With SAP Ariba, organizations have a new way of running their buying processes. SAP Ariba Snap, implemented by Supernova Consulting, will help you stay flexible where it really counts, while helping to ensure control and compliance between your vendors, contracts, regulations, buyers, and finance organizations. So let's have an overview on what is the deployment methodology for SAP Ariba Snap and how it can benefit you, our community, and our customers. Let's start by defining what is SAP Ariba Snap Deployment. It's actually all about activating the world's leading procure-to-pay solution using best practices, online content from Ariba's network suppliers, and also industry-specific templates. This allows customers to plug in to the most vibrant e-commerce network with more than 3 million suppliers. So what is the SAP Ariba Snap methodology? It's a combination of persona-based approach and agile method principles. The persona-based approach means that instead of deploying a solution thinking in processes, roles, and policies, we actually look on personas within the organization and what their experience should be with the solution. The Snap methodology defines specific deployment activities for each persona, like the end users, the procurement, accounts payable or finance department, IT, and suppliers. These activities are organized using the Agile method principles in order to allow a better collaboration and engagement between the project team to respond to change better and faster, but most importantly, in order to keep building on top of what the solution already offers. So when we look at each persona and the work that has been planned for this methodology, we can clearly identify the business outcomes that will come out of this. The end users, for example, will be able to benefit by consumer-like simple buying experience where policies are embedded in the solution. Procurement will gain visibility and control over costs and processes. Finance will see how the paper-based transactions will decrease and benefit from an automated reconciliation process. IT will be able to start or continue its digital transformation by adopting a 100% cloud solution. At the end, suppliers will be joining the thriving SAP Ariba network where they can engage better, while at the same time automating the transmission of all the transactions with a particular customer. We at Supernova will help you define digital transformation, which will be aligned with your business strategy by implementing a state-of-the-art procurement technology platform like the SAP Ariba Snap. Our success relies on our expertise with a range of source-to-pay solutions, including SAP Ariba Snap, as well as our wide-ranging experience with companies, including SMEs and large enterprises across industries. By deploying the SAP Ariba Snap with us, you will be able to update the entire procurement process in just 12 weeks. You can register and onboard your suppliers in the Ariba network, There is a global trend for suppliers to choose their business partners based on their capability for online business. Last, you implement a complete procure-to-pay solution with models related to in-buying, invoicing, and the commerce Ariba network. So let's see why you will need to choose Ariba Snap. The SAP Ariba Snap is open by providing to customers and suppliers the capability to be connected and develop their extra version. It enables integration with both SAP and SAP agnostic systems. SAP Ariba is smart. It's smart by identifying the saving opportunities and while helping businesses to reduce risk by managing the procurement spend on end-to-end. Within 12 weeks, you can transform your buying process and offer your purchasers and business partners a unique experience. Finally, SAP Ariba is simple. It's simple for the business users and their business partners. By reducing the administrative costs from manual request and approval, exchange of paper and budget control, and category spend, it helps businesses across industries to transform their buying process. Turn a rather complex and costly process to your competitive advantage by having access to a global network of suppliers and competitive pricing with a fully transparent end-to-end processes. So thank you, George, for your participation. We are now going to have a short Q&A session. We can check the chat whether we have received some questions from you.
Yes, I can see we have two questions. The one is, okay, we have some time. We can spend some time to answer. Okay, so the first question is regards to a customer that they say that right now they do not have an SAP system as an ERP. Do we have to go through custom integration to using SAP Ariba with our software? So very good question. Thank you for that. So very important is that of course, SAP Ariba connects to SAP systems through standard integration. We have the CIG component that offers seamless and out-of-the-box integration with SAP solutions. But of course, for companies that are using other softwares, while integration will enable a streamlined process, it is not necessarily required. I mean, SAP Ariba can run without connecting to any ERP or other business software, but also we can extend SAP Ariba Snap. As I said in the beginning, it is a pure cloud application that offers the extensibility through the SAP Cloud Platform in order to be connected to any system. And of course, customers can also extend the solution in order to meet their independent requirements. But the most important in this case that I must underline is that Ariba Snap is here to transform all the procurement transformation, not only all the procurement transformation processes, not only the sourcing, not only the contracts, but everything from the source to pay procedure, beginning with the identification of the savings in order to be able to make tactical sourcing, to provide a contract with all the clauses and all the catalogs with the prices, and offer to, the most important is to offer to your employees a consumer grade user experience environment in order to help them to find easily products, to compare and make all the purchasing easily. So the second question is in regards to the workflow process. So they're asking if in our organization we use workflow software to approve purchase requests, and what will be the added value from Ariba Snap? Okay, very good question. I mean, SAP Ariba Snap is more than just a workflow approval for the business process. As you saw, we offer, of course, workflow approval. The workflow approval can be in regards to pricing, to budgeting, to department, to different categorization of the purchasing. So we offer an end-to-end workflow approval process, but apart from that, it will help you manage all the suppliers, all the contracts, and all the processes, generally speaking. So we are not offering only a workflow system. We are offering a full suite that will help you to transform your purchasing department processes in order to digitize and, of course, to reduce paperless and manual processes. So this is in regards to Q&A.
George,
Okay.
we have received another question. How the organizations can gain value and use the solution while remaining to their existing suppliers, which are not members of the network? We at Supernova will guide your customers to be on board the Ariba network. It's very simple procedure, and we can guide them in order to use the solution. The solution on the Ariba network is free. There is a light version where your suppliers could register on it.
So yes, Andrea, you are more than right on that. Suppliers, I mean, okay, suppliers maybe choose not to be onboarding to Ariba Network, may choose not to follow you to this journey. You can continue make business together with them. No problem on that. But it is very important to underline that Ariba Network offers extroversion capabilities not only for the customers, but also for the suppliers. Imagine 5 million suppliers and more than 26 million Ariba users that are connected in a network. So you can understand that that offers enhanced capabilities for the suppliers to find more customers, to find more business opportunities. So, I mean, it is impossible to offer something free to a supplier, to offer a new channel, a sales channel to find more opportunities and not accept. I mean, I'm hard to believe that they will not accept to enter to Ariba Network. But of course, you can continue to make business with them in a traditional way. Of course, you can choose. Do we have any more questions?
Yes, actually, George, we have another one. Could you please elaborate further where it can support supplier evaluation on tailor-based criteria per organization?
Okay.
And contract performance, NDA, SLA, SMA. Could you take on this one?
Okay, yes. Regarding the supplier evaluation, of course, it can be tailor-wise. As I said, we can offer the supplier lifecycle solution offers, apart from the quantitative quantitative evaluation, it offers also qualitative evaluation. So you may use specific questionnaires from your employees. They can reply and they can fill these questionnaires every time they have a good receipt. And this will take a score. And also you can have specific supplier evaluation projects. These projects can be repeated every quarter, every year, in order to evaluate suppliers with specific criteria and create some scorecards for the suppliers. Regarding the contracts, the traditional Snap functionality, it offers functionality of contract management. It can support NDA, of course, and SLA functionalities. We can discuss further with the customers what are the specific requirements and how we can help them. Also, very important to underline that Supernova, our partner, can help you in this journey by extending the solution in order, if we have a gap, regarding contracts, to mine this gap in order to meet your requirement. So it is very important to have a further discussion with you in order to understand your needs 100% and fix a roadmap and a transformation journey roadmap for the next steps. So thank you for that.
All right. if you want, we have a time for one or two questions. So if you want, you can unmute yourself and provide us the questions.
Okay, we have the budget. We have a question
On the budget checks, yeah.
Okay, sure. The system offers budget availability capabilities. First of all, the system can integrate with any MIS system or ERP system in order to receive the budget, or you can upload the budget in Ariba Snap, of course, and it can be, of course, it can offer budget availability check functionality every time an employee creates a purchase request through the user experience guided buying process. So yes, the answer is yes. It can be covered by standard way. Okay. I don't see any other question, Andreas.
Yeah. All right. So thank you all for attending this session. We would be glad to provide you any information or assistance. You can contact us, and we'll be happy to provide you assistance for your digital transformation journey with the procurement. Thank you very much, all.
Thank you very
Bye.
much for your time and have a nice day.